Hey everyone. All right, so I just wanted to jump on really quick. I just got back from my walk and I've been guided to actually talk about oneness and give you real life examples of what oneness feels like and how it comes into fruition and how you get from feeling oneness with nature first and then how you achieve feeling oneness with even strangers. Okay, so, and this is always, these examples are mine. This is what my journey has been. Like everyone's is different, but I mean, mostly we're all the same, right? So, oneness. How did oneness start for me? This whole understanding that we are all one. I am that, comma, I am. Or in Punjabi, it's Ekam God, right? So it's that we are all one. Now, when you truly get to that feeling of oneness, here's how it happened for me. It began with meditation. So it began with the tree outside in my yard, completely being honest. And this is like 8 or 9 years ago now, when I would meditate. And I still do this meditation. To ground myself, I would visualize the roots of the tree. So wherever I'm sitting, I used to meditate in my office and sit on the ground. The tree's right there so I could see it. Maybe that's why I started. I don't even know why I started doing that. But I would visualize the roots of that tree coming and grounding me and just going through my chakras. And it would ground me through my root chakra. That's how over the years, I didn't understand oneness and I had a huge ego back then. As my ego started dissipating and I started catching my ego, even when it was being sneaky, I began to feel one, I would say like maybe 3 or 4 years ago with nature. And it started with this tree. I just have so much love for it because it's energy, right? And I can feel its energy. And then I began to really appreciate color, like the color of flowers, roses. And I started understanding the geometrical shape and the energy. Not only does the color vibration, but the smell of a rose, and also the geometrical form, how lotus petals form or how a rose forms, if you look at it. So I began to become one with that. And it was all like, it wasn't consciously at first, it was subconsciously. And I started to become one with that because when in meditation, so I began with the tree meditation, then I began to so in meditation position, I usually meditate like this. I always have. It's just comfortable for me. So I have my hands down like this, and I began to just, it came out of nowhere, but visualize a lotus petal in my second chakra. So that lotus petal is what started my appreciation for geometry, but I didn't even know it back then, sacred geometry. And I started like really seeing it in petals. How many petals does this have? Like, and then my love for numerology started. Oh, this flower has 7 petals. This daisy has 7 petals. Okay, so numerology, what's the number 7? We have 7 chakras. 7 is the number of for spirit, right? There's 7 different dimensions. So I began to look at that aspect, so numerology. Then, and it really, now when I look at a flower, I don't pluck flowers. I haven't done that in years, like a long time. I want everybody to enjoy the same thing that I enjoy, but I will touch a flower. I'll smell a flower, and it's like, and I can see that energy. I feel the vibration of the energy just go through my palms. And that is how you start feeling one with nature, or even birds. You will notice animals start coming to you more when you become one with them. Like so with animals, when I became one, started noticing my love for them and appreciation and the sounds that a bird, all the different sounds that the bird makes and what they do for our ecosystem. Like when I began to really just watch them, what happened with me was I stopped even giving a bird a name. Like I didn't look at it as a bird, because immediately when we say something is whatever it is in our English language, we begin to judge it. We see it with our eyes and our brain interprets it. But what happened with me was I began to look at them just as beauty, as love, as nature, like the sound of the birds I would hear in my meditation. I began to hear it in my meditation, and then it became a symbol for me. So that's how my oneness with animals began. And then I began to see more and more. Once this oneness opened, oh my God, there's so many animals that come through like my house. This morning there was a raccoon, woke me up at 6, staring at me upstairs in my window, watching me sleep. So that's how that happened. Now with people, I began about 6 years ago, I began to do a pillar meditation. This pillar meditation, three years ago, evolved into a meditation where I started putting feminine divine energy out into the universe. So I visualized pillars, white light. I would build 13 of them, all inside my house, but the energy I would have radiate out. And the purpose of that meditation was for feminine energy to increase in this world. Then as I've been building those pillars for 13 years, but as my meditation evolved, with my pillar meditation evolved, I began to put codes in those pillars, like different geometrical, numerological codes into those pillars, and I began to give them like colors. And I didn't do it all just happens in your visualization when you're meditating, right? Because you're in a place of no thought and just pure energy and love. So I began doing that, and I've been doing that for, I don't know, let's say a year. And what happened with me, where I knew, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm becoming one with people. This is awesome. So I go for my walks now every single day. And last week I went for my walk, and what happened was, as women were walking by me, I saw every single woman as a goddess. Every single one that walked by me, I just looked at her. I saw her beauty. I saw the crown that she wore. I saw, like, I could see her from an energy of love. And my thought, and it would bring a smile to my face, and my thought each time I saw a woman was, I wonder what her gift is. We all have a gift in this world. And I was like, I wonder what our goddess gift is. That's what I started thinking. And that is a sign of becoming one with even people. I no longer see people or see people and judge them, and we judge subconsciously. There's judgment, but to me it was such a awesome realization of oneness, because I had no judgment. In fact, I saw each woman as a goddess, and my question was like, I wonder what her unique goddess gift is. I wonder if she uses it. That is a true life example of oneness and what it feels like and how it progresses in your spiritual journey. I mean, that was how mine went. If you have any other experiences with oneness, comment below. I just want to start like a community of people that are just going through it in spirituality, and what are your experiences? I think that would be fun. Love you guys. Bye.